When I first started as a freelance software developer, PayPal was and is still my go-to payment service. This is because it is reliable and allows me to receive payments in any currency, which is very important for working with clients worldwide. After completing over 50 projects, I've gained a lot of experience with PayPal, so I've decided to create a full course to help others get started as well. In this course, we'll cover everything from creating your personal or business PayPal account to sending invoices to clients, withdrawing your money, and even fixing common issues like funds on hold. The goal here is to get you set up and ready to receive payments as quickly as possible. So let's do this. PayPal is an online payment system that allows individuals and businesses to send and receive money securely. The main reason I, and I imagine many others, use it is simple. I live in South Africa, but most of my clients don't. If I'm working with someone from, let's say, the UK, they can't just transfer money into my local bank account because we're using two different currencies. That's where PayPal comes in. PayPal lets you accept payments from almost any country in any currency. This is perfect for businesses whose customer base is international, like me as a freelancer. I use PayPal to take payments mostly in USD and in other foreign currencies. The first thing we'll need to get started is an email. It doesn't really matter which email service you use, but I'll be using my Gmail account. Once you have that, head on over to paypal.com and click on sign up. Now you'll need to choose an account type. Personal accounts let you receive money from your family and friends and get access to funds instantly. Business accounts let you accept payments from customers as you grow your business. But heads up, there's one downside to business accounts: buyer protection. Basically, PayPal can hold the money you receive from customers for up to 21 days. This gives buyers enough time to raise disputes if they don't receive the service or product they paid for. It might sound harsh, but over time, once you build trust and complete more transactions, the whole period reduces. And this is not really a downside because it will give your customers peace of mind. Another cool option of business accounts is the donation option. If you are terminally online like me, then you've probably seen donation links in your favorite YouTuber's page. We're going to pick a business account and click on get started to continue. In here, we're going to need to input your first name, last name, and email. Then create a strong password. Make sure it's strong. Don't use something like password 123. After that, check this box here to accept the terms and conditions. Then click on create account to start the account creation process. Then of course, we have to prove to the machine that we are not machines. Shout out to reCAPTCHA, the internet's most useless bouncer.
Stop! You violated the law.
To confirm your email, just click on send code, then enter the one-time PIN sent to your email into the next page. On the next page, you are allowed to skip the business setup and start using your account immediately, but I recommend we handle it now. If you don't, PayPal is going to ask you to complete this step when you receive payments anyways. The first thing we'll need to do in the business setup is pick what type of business we're running. There are basically two types. The sole proprietorship is basically a business that is owned by one person, and the business or company is for registered businesses with a team and legal structure. I'm going to pick sole proprietorship because I'm an individual seller. Next, we'll need to fill in details about ourselves. This includes full name, date of birth, phone number, and residential address. Then, we'll move on to information about our business. My business is called Vector Media Solutions. We're going to skip the business registration number and VAT ID because they are optional. Leave the currency as USD, then pick software as the type of service we offer. For the business website, you can input a link to a YouTube channel if you have one, or a portfolio. Then check this box here if you are providing your service from your residential address. After that, all you have to do is click on save and we're all set. You can now start using your PayPal account to invoice customers and receive payments. But before you leave, please make sure that you enable two-factor authentication in your settings to protect your account and avoid getting hacked. Don't skip this step. Here's how you can create and send a PayPal payment link in 2 minutes or less. You know how this goes? Start the timer and let's get started. A PayMe link is a customizable link that allows individuals and businesses to receive money through PayPal. It is short and broad, so you can send it to anyone and everyone so that they can pay you. To create one for yourself, simply log into your PayPal account. In here, you will need to click on Pay Me down here. Then click on Create Account. You can skip this, but I will add a profile photo. I just need to find a picture of some handsome guy at the lab. Here, yoink. Then click on save. For the link customization, just write down the name of your business. VectorM is not available, so I'll just put down Vector Media Solutions. Make sure that your link is unique and short. We're almost done, but there's one more thing we need to do. On this page here, click on Manage Profile. You'll see a profile here, but the location and description are missing. To add them, click on Manage Profile at the top here, then select the location and write a description of your business. I'll put down the best software engineering company in SA, and yeah, that has been proven to be true. To test this, just copy the link here, then open a private tab and visit the link. As you can see, everything looks perfect. Here's how to create and send invoices in PayPal. I'll keep this quick so as to not waste your time. PayPal's invoicing feature gives you a wide range of options, perfect whether you're selling a service or a physical product that requires shipping. In this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know to create and send invoices so that you can get paid fast. The first thing you'll need to do, as always, is log into your PayPal account. Once you're here, you'll need to go to the quick access menu and click on invoicing. And then click on create new and invoice. The first thing you'll need to fill in is your customer's email or customer's name. If you have your customer's name or their email, you can put it in here. So what I'll do is I'll say my client's name is Victor. Next, I'll need to input items. This is where I need to input the things that I'm selling the client. So what I'm doing is web development. So I'll just write web development here. After that, I'll need to put in the quantity. So what I'll do is input the amount or the price that I'm invoicing the client for. I can select amount only here because there's no quantity, right? Because it's not a list of items. I am billing the clients for web development services, but if I was billing them for a list of things, I would be able to add more items by clicking this button here. For this item here, these are digital services, so I'm gonna uncheck this here because I don't need to ship anything. Next, I'll need to input notes for the customer. So what I'll say to them is thanks for your business. I'll need to uncheck this one because my products are digital. They don't need shipping, right? You can include the cost of shipping if you are selling physical products, and you can do that by checking this button here, but I'll leave that unchecked because I'm selling digital products. I don't need to ship anything. Next, up here, you can add your terms and condition, your reference number, your memo to yourself, or upload any files that you need the client to see. Once you're done with this, come over to the payment options here, and in here, the first payment option here will allow your users to pay the invoice partially. Let's say you want your clients to pay you 25% of their money upfront, and once you're done with the project, they'll pay the other half. So you can enable this option and put in the amount you want them to pay before you start the order, right? But I'll keep this one unchecked. And also, you can allow them to tip you if you do a good job. That means that they can pay more than this amount here as a tip to you. The available payment methods here are PayPal, Apple Pay, and using their credit cards. So basically, your customers will be able to pay using any of these methods. If they don't have a PayPal account, they can pay with Apple Pay or they can use their credit card. Once you are done creating the invoice, you can click on preview here to preview your invoice, and as you can see, our invoice currently looks like this. You can click on this button here to download the PDF. As you can see, this is what our invoice looks like. You can download it and send it to your clients. But another thing you can do is if you inputted your client's email here, PayPal is going to automatically send this invoice to their email address. Another thing you can do is click on more option here and click on share link to invoice. Basically, this will give you a link which you can then send to your clients, and when they click, it will take them to this invoice so that they can pay the amount, right? So as you can see, once I've clicked on that button, I can get this link here. What I'll need to do is just copy it and let's say go to a private window and open this and see what it looks like. And as you can see, this is what our clients will see when they receive the invoice. You can see the amount and they can continue payment here to pay you. Another thing that I really do is you can add a logo to your invoices, and you can do that by clicking on edit invoice, and in here you just click on more options and click on edit or add logo in here. From there you will just need to upload your logo, and this logo will automatically be added into your invoice. I don't do this because I don't really need to, but you can do that if you want to. Please like the video, subscribe and turn on the notification bell if this video helped. Here's how to withdraw money from PayPal to your FNB account in 3 minutes or less. Start the timer. One of the best performing videos on my channel is this one where I show you how to withdraw money from PayPal to any South African bank account using FNB's online banking system. I've been using this method to withdraw money from PayPal for the past few years, and I can confidently say that this is still the best method today because FNB is an accredited service provider. Most services that claim to let you withdraw money from PayPal are not accredited and operate without proper oversight. So I'm not comfortable giving those services access to my PayPal account. But with FNB, you can call or visit your nearest branch if you need help or have any issues. To withdraw money from PayPal to any South African bank account, you'll need to sign up for FNB's online banking system. To do this, go to fnb.co.za and click on register. In here, you'll see a few options. If you're not an FNB customer, select the last option. This will give you access to PayPal services even if you bank with Capitec, Absa, TymeBank or any other bank. When you choose this option, FNB will ask for your banking details during the withdrawal process and send the money to that account once the transaction is complete. So if you're not an FNB customer, pick this option here and click for me. Then select I don't bank with FNB. This will take you to the registration form where you'll need to enter your details and create an account. FNB might ask you to upload FICA documents to verify your details, but that's a quick and easy step. They'll let you know what documents they need from you. If you are already an FNB customer, then this is even easier. FNB already has your details. You just need to create an online banking profile. You can register using your card number and ATM PIN, your account number, or the ID number linked to your account. Once you are registered, simply go to the Forex section here, then click on PayPal services and link your PayPal account. You'll get a pop-up prompting you to log into your PayPal account and give FNB access to your account. For FNB to be able to withdraw money from your PayPal account, you need to grant them access. Once this is set up, you can withdraw money from PayPal at any time you want. Just go to Forex, PayPal services, and PayPal withdrawal. Choose the account where you want the money to go. If you're not an FNB customer, you'll need to enter your banking details here. I'll go ahead and select my account. Next, you'll need to enter the amount you want to withdraw. Please make sure that this doesn't exceed your PayPal balance. Next, we'll need to confirm our address. For the BO codes, simply select 401 for gifts and click on submit. Once you are done accepting all the conditions here, you'll see the current exchange rate as well as how much you'll receive in rands. You can go to Google and try to confirm this exchange rate, but bear in mind that Google is sometimes inaccurate. But still, the difference between these two shouldn't be too much. Once you've confirmed that everything is in order, come back to FNB and click on confirm to complete the transaction. It used to take 3 days for you to receive your payment, but it is now instant as of 10 days ago. As you can see, when I click on confirm, they tell me that I'll receive my money within 5 minutes, and when I check my balance, you'll see that the money is already deposited into my bank account here, and I already have the SMS confirmation on my phone. Please do me a favor and like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Here's how to fix PayPal money on hold in 60 seconds or less. Sometimes when you receive money on PayPal, they might put that money on hold. This usually happens for transactions that are marked as for goods and services. If the client sends you a payment that is marked as for family and friends, that money is going to be available to you instantly. It can also happen when PayPal is not sure where the money is coming from. In that case, just log into your PayPal account, find the transaction and click on it, then click on Add Tracking Information. After adding the tracking details, your money should be released into your account. If you have a business account and receive large amounts of money, PayPal might also hold some of those funds. This gives buyers enough time to raise disputes if you're selling a product or service, and it also protects you from suspicious transactions or fraud. Over time, as you use PayPal more, this hold limit will increase. For example, I started at $200 and now I can receive over $1,200 without a hold. I hope this video helped. If you're interested in technology, web development, freelancing, Linux, and computer sciences, make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.